I'm Allison from Learning at the Primary Pond. I'm a literacy specialist. In this video, I'm going to share a secret with you to help your students better retain the phonics skills that you are teaching them. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to do that now, and then hit the little bell so that you don't miss out on any of the videos I post about teaching literacy in K2. All right, so getting kids to remember the phonics skills that we are teaching them can be difficult, more difficult than you would expect, especially if your scope and sequence that you're following for your phonics instruction covers quite a few different skills. I have a question for you. Have you noticed that you teach a new phonics skill and it seems like the kids have mastered it, but then the students aren't using it to read and write words maybe just a few weeks later? So they're having trouble applying that knowledge or retaining that knowledge. Let me know in the comments if you have experienced this before. Now, if you are experiencing this, there's no shame. This is totally normal. Nothing has gone wrong. It doesn't mean that, like when you taught them the phonics skill, it doesn't mean that your lesson was bad or anything like that. The research tells us that review, especially of phonics skills, is extremely important, which you probably already knew, right? You didn't need the research to tell you that. But let's talk about how to actually build this into your classroom routine so that it's quick and easy and you don't have to think a lot about it. First of all, I do recommend having a little review routine built in at the beginning of every single phonics lesson where, you can do this in different ways, but you're just having the kids, whether it's flashcards or reading some words with phonics patterns that you've taught already, just a quick way to review. If you have it at the beginning of every lesson, you don't have to think about it. It's pretty consistent day to day, super easy, and it just takes a few minutes. Another thing that you can do, and this is the secret that I want to share that has made a big difference for my students, is you can have your kiddos create phonics sound booklets. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple of examples. What goes in a phonics sound booklet is just the skills that students have already learned. Okay, so here's one example. And by the way, I'm going to have a link for this resource in the caption that goes with this video. As you can tell, one of my little ones has decorated the cover of her phonics sound booklet, and this is one for vowel sounds. In the actual TPT resource, what I have is you can have them do a booklet for all the sounds, but it can get kind of thick. So I have other subcategories to where they can put all their vowel sounds in one booklet and all their consonant sounds in another, or whatever else. So there's different options for doing it, but this example in particular is for vowel sounds. And as we learn additional vowel sounds, so she's learned short A, and then we have the A with a silent E, she adds them here. And the way I have this set up here is really good for her development right now because this student is working on silent E words and contrasting the short A sound with the long A sound. So then we have on another page, we have the short O sound and then the long O sound spelled with silent E. So this is not a booklet that I give to them pre-made and it's oh, here's your booklet. No, they actually get a blank booklet, and in the resource there's the template for this, but it'll look like this on the inside. You staple it, you give them the booklet, they can decorate it, make it their own, make it cute. And as you teach different patterns, you put little cards for those patterns into the booklet. And this isn't limited to easy skills either, right? Not that silent E is necessarily easy, but it can be with more complicated skills as well, like digraph blends, right? Whatever ending digraph blends. All the things that you're teaching, I've got cards for, and you just have the kids add them to their little booklet as you teach them. And then once they've got their booklet, then the question is, what do you do with it, right? Because it's not helpful if they don't do anything with it. So as a review, this could be, again, built into your phonics lesson. Doesn't have to be every day, maybe a couple of times a week, but you can have them read the booklet. And you can do this in different ways. You might have them trace with their finger for some multisensory work there. A can say ah, like in apple. A silent E can say A, like in cake. Okay, so however you want to have them read it, I like to have them say the letter name or letters, right? If it's multiple letters, like in the A silent E, letter names, letter sounds, and then I will also have them say the key word. So this can be something that they do just as a quick warm up. When you're later on in the year and you have a ton of sounds in your little booklet, then they might only be reviewing the sounds that you have most recently taught, But they can also use these little booklets as a reference tool. So when they're reading or when they're writing for spelling words, they can go to their booklet and get a little bit of help. So not only are these great for helping kids review and retain, but they're also a really good tool for them. All right, if you want to incorporate these phonics sound booklets into your instruction, it's really simple, doesn't take much time to set up. I, again, have that link for you. It includes K through 2nd grade phonics skills. You probably also use it in 3rd grade. Look for the link in the caption of this video, and of course, let me know if you have any questions. All right, hope this was helpful. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.